Hi everybody, I'm Tobi Tungl with AVNation Media, coming to you live from Orlando, Florida, InfoComm 2023. Continue to be in the very, very busy Crestron booth. There are so many people standing around us trying to block everybody coming in. I'm here with Ara. How are you today, sir?
I am great.
How is day 2 going so far for you?
Oh, it's been amazing.
Yeah?
Really amazing. It's been a few years since we've had this type of crowd in InfoComm, and it's been quite it's been quite amazing for us here at the booth.
I love seeing all these people around here. I love seeing a busy booth. I mean, this is what we do as an industry, right? So I understand that we've got a couple things to talk about. The first one is Construct.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Crestron Construct is a new UI editing tool that we have. We've been working on it for about 2 years, so we've been working on it for quite a long time. We have an editor today that our dealers use to create user interfaces, and we call it VT Pro, so a lot of our dealers that are watching this will be familiar with that application. So that application actually builds a Flash-based project. So this new editor is using HTML5. So the entire architecture and the technology has changed. We've moved away from Flash and we've moved into the modern technology of HTML5. So it's extremely exciting for us. And it's a great time for Crestron because we actually haven't released a new piece of software like this in about 25 years.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that is really nice to hear that you guys continue to push that innovation of it, because really what the integrator is looking for and the end user is looking for is that ease of use, how to deploy massively, how to make it really consistent across their entire organization, right?
Yeah,
and
that's correct.
I'm assuming that helps with that greatly from that perspective.
Yeah, that's great. And one of the benefits of Construct is that while it leverages HTML5, you don't have to be a web developer, right? So one of the challenges, yes, exactly. So one of the challenges that you have when you're building a web-based project is you need to know a lot of different technologies. So you need to know HTML5 and JavaScript and CSS and all of these things that the average person, even like you and me, right? We don't know.
Right.
So Crestron Construct abstracts that away so that you don't have to concentrate on that technology and you can concentrate on just building the user interface. It's a WYSIWYG editor, right? What you see is what you get. Drag and drop. I can drop buttons onto my page. I can style them in any way I want to style them, and you hit the ground, you're off and running in no time.
It's amazing too, because if you think about even 5 years ago, how complex it was to build those interfaces, right? And understanding that user experience and the flow of it, because an engineer would say one way, a programmer would say another way, and the client would look at it and go, I don't understand how to use it, right?
Right.
Being able to change things to understand what their workflow is, I think is really a big favor for that.
Right, exactly.
So the other thing that we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna grab it right here, is this fantastically sexy new looking wireless touch panel.
Very excited
So
about
this is something
product.
that you guys just released.
Yes.
I just saw this. It's got a good weight to it. It's not heavy. It's not weird lopsided or whatever.
Yes.
So, and it actually goes portrait to landscape. I just did that too.
Yes,
so.
yes. It, imagine that. So one of the other benefits and what we are showcasing at the booth is obviously the fact that this panel rotates, right? So it's a modern tablet. It needs to rotate. And Crestron Construct, one of the things that we brought into the application is the ability to create that landscape and that portrait project. Not only can you create that landscape and portrait, right? So that long and the rotate, you can actually.
I'm gonna do it because I feel like it's cool.
So not only can you do the landscape and portrait project, but Construct also adds the benefit of allowing a single project to target multiple different types of hardware. That's something new for Crestron. So our dealers are probably familiar with VT Pro, understand that when you created a project, it had to be targeted for a specific piece of hardware. Construct breaks that barrier. So we can actually create a single project and target multiple pieces of hardware and orientations. So we're showcasing that in the booth. We have this custom project that I spent some time building, which I spent a lot of time working on. And we're showcasing this new hardware, and we're really excited about this panel. You know, it has great battery life. It's running the latest Android operating system, and it really showcases the power of HTML5.
That's fantastic. When is that going to be available?
This will be available in July.
Oh wow! Nice.
So it's very close. You can actually put your orders in now. We're taking
Of course,
orders,
yeah, get them in now, right? Get in the queue.
And it's wonderful. It really is. We're very excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much today for your time. I hope you have a fantastic day too. It continues to be really, really busy. And congratulations on all this stuff. This is really fantastic.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I continue to have a fantastic time in the Crestron booth this morning with Sam. Sam, we were over here checking out the classroom solution you got behind us, right? I understand that we've got a presenter, or not a presenter, an instructor over here that's going to showcase some of this stuff, but this solution's based around the One Beyond acquisition, right, for the Automate VX solution. Correct. So walk me through what they're doing behind us here.
So Crestron's really strong in education. It's one of our big markets, though we're strong in many different verticals. But in this, what we're demonstrating here is a classroom setting, and where the teacher is at the front of the room as Renee is walking around. Again, this could be a boardroom as well, watching the presenter at a podium. But Renee's leveraging one of the auto tracker cameras. So as Renee walks around, it's leveraging artificial intelligence to see where Renee's walking and showing her on the screen to the far end. But then as one of the other students asks a question, what you'll see on the screen and what we'll be sending to the far end is multiple participants. We'll see the teacher. In one of the boxes, but we'll also see the student next to her. So the far end would continue to get the context of the teacher, but also see what the students, how the student's talking as well.
That's so far from where it was before COVID, everything for distant learning, where it was just the wide shot of the room, right? Yeah. And everybody remembers the lanyards that were sort of kind of work, and it depends on what was in the environment. For folks that are on the remote side, to have that experience, to know both the instructors there and present, who in the audience or classroom is asking the question, and be able to feel like they're there, right? Yeah. That's a big part of, I think, where you guys are really leading that charge for that solution and that consistent experience.
Absolutely. You know, one of the terms I think we continue to hear around InfoComm and even outside is equity of experience. And what we're demonstrating is that Crestron can deliver an equitable experience for the students and the teachers. But again, think of this outside of just a classroom setting. Think a boardroom, just a high value space. So having multiple cameras around the room, leveraging artificial intelligence really drives that equitable experience for all the participants.
Yeah, and you know, if you think about really where they want to have this experience, equitable is a great word for that, by the way. But if they're in the classroom one day, they have to be at home for another day, family obligations, they just don't want to come in for Taco Tuesday, as Nathan said earlier. You know, that really drives that collaboration piece that we can continue to grow. We can add more experiences where, you know, it's not just maybe in the same town, it could be across the world that you get to experience this, right? And I think as we grow as a global economy, we need to do more of that. And the fact that you guys are able to do this so seamlessly and actually have a complete solution with the video switch and everything else, just phenomenal. So thank you very much for this. This demo was fantastic.
Thank you.
I love the Automate VX system personally, so if I had a reason to put it in my house, I would do that, but I don't. I'm here with Sam at the Crestron booth. It continues to be crazy, and we have lots of people keeping everyone out of our camera shot. We're here today to talk about the new Air Media. One thing that I want to talk about with this particular box is it's kind of an all-in-one solution. Well, it's not really kind of, it is an all-in-one solution.
Absolutely is.
So it can run a touch panel, it's got a built-in control system, it's got wireless display, it's got inputs and outputs for video, it's got all kinds of fun stuff here. But this is the kind of thing that you can think about for your huddle space, your executive office, and ease of deployment, right?
Yeah.
So, and a big part of that, something you guys just released, is the new puck system.
Yep.
Walk me through the demo of this piece.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? So what we have is the new Air Media Connect adapter, and this makes it easy to share content. Traditionally, we would have shared content with an app like AirPlay, Miracast, the Crestron app, even a wired HDMI connection. But with the Crestron Air Media Connect adapter, I just plug it into my USB-C device, and you're going to see my screen be duplicated on the monitor, leveraging the Air Media. Now, another feature that we announced and will be shipping in about a month's time is the ability to do wireless conferencing. So we have an Air Media behind the screen here connected to this Jobber Panicast 50. Now that I plugged the Air Media Connect adapter in, the Jobber Panicast 50 would wirelessly now configure my laptop to use that Jobber Panicast 50. So for, as you said, as a full collaboration device around BYOD, that's what the Air Media is now.
And that is amazing, right? If you think about plugging in one cable wirelessly, you're not digging underneath the table, you're not, oh, I don't have the right adapter, and it gets audio and video right off your laptop to the room. It can be any of the platforms. As long as it's on your laptop, you can just press it. You don't even have to press a button.
You don't even have to press a button.
We just saw it.
It's just that, it really is that simple.
I love that. Awesome. Well, thank you, sir, very much for this. And you said this is shipping in about a month?
The hardware is all shipping. The software to enable wireless conferencing.
Oh, okay, great.
That's in about a month, but the ability to share content. The Teams UI didn't show that. I'll just unplug it really quick. So Microsoft has also adopted bring your own device as a workflow. And so what you'll see behind me in a second, this is the UI built by Microsoft. So I have that consistent user interface that I would for a full-on Microsoft Teams room. So really driving that adoption, so I have consistency across all of my rooms.
And a consistent user experience is
Absolutely.
so important.
That's what's important.
Awesome. Well, thank you, sir, very much. I know we're going to pop around a little bit. I understand this bar was just announced a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
It's quite sexy from that perspective. So tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we're really excited that we launched 2 weeks ago the Crestron Video Bar 70. So it's an all-in-one Android device, meaning it's the Android compute, it's the microphone, camera, speakers in an all-in-one device. Really targeted for medium and large rooms. We're saying up to 30 feet. Has 4 cameras. You can kind of see the cameras behind us. So there's 4 lenses in there that give us that really good video quality shot from up to 30 feet away.
That's amazing. I mean, you think about that technology advancement, innovation that's happened over the last couple of years, and where I think these really fit in the mix is as people start to take the bigger conference rooms down and say, I'm going to have 3 or 4 huddle spaces or 3 or 4 medium spaces. This is where this fits really well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, Crestron's been a real leader in the unified communication space. We have a Flex system, but everything's been built off of Windows. So adding an Android compute in all-in-one allows that real ease of deployment for those medium to large rooms. So makes it real easy for those customers to scale their deployments.
Yeah, and as people start to look through that process, right, it's efficiency for the integrators, it's consistent experience for the end user, right, to walk in, feel and hear the same thing, understand it, be comfortable, because then they want to use the technology.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're scared of it, or they don't want to use that room
Absolutely.
because, you know, Neil's in the corner and they don't want to be over there, right? And to me, that's really what drives that innovation piece.
Absolutely.
And you guys do a really good job with that.
Thank you.
So
it's really an and, right? It's
Yeah.
an and. I have all sorts of different rooms, and we think by adding this is just expanding where the integrators can go, expanding where our customers can put collaboration devices.
Yeah, and this is Zoom. Oh, this is Android, sorry.
So it's running Android as the operating
Okay.
system. So we expect that we'll have Zoom. So again, we're demonstrating that we're running Zoom on the device. We do expect to get Microsoft Teams as well. So as we launch the product, we'll get the support for those.
Oh, that's
applications.
fantastic. Really is. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time for this. I know we're going to pop over here and check a few more things out. Hi, everybody. I'm Tobi Tungl with AVNation Media. I'm here again with Neil, my favorite Crestron guy today. Neil, I understand that we are in the Microsoft room with some wonderful glass panels to see some people walking by.
Absolutely.
We're getting some funny looks. I don't know if you've noticed that. I don't know if they want to be on camera with us or not.
Yeah, I know. We had to move crowd control out.
I understand you got a couple products here, a couple solutions you want to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this room is classic for many customers putting in. Architects will come in and go, beautiful glass room, and make it look amazing, but they don't think about acoustics. You know, acoustics and glass don't get on. Reverb, echo, and all of that. In addition to that, there's lots of different kind of spaces we're putting in. We talked about desk scheduling in these different spaces in the office now. Again, meeting spaces are changing. People want the U-shaped desk or kidney-shaped desks to try and make things more equitable in the office. But the challenge that brings is then, where's the audio coming from? Is it at the front of the room? Is the mic at the front of the room? So bringing the audio to the user is what the Flex pods are all about. The ability to hide the gateway away and then deploy up to 4 of these pods wirelessly around your space brings the audio to those users. And you can change it and flex during the day. Again, a lot of the spaces we're seeing now from customers are these divisible rooms where on Monday it's a big town hall room and then you've got these air walls that you can then split and divide. And again, the ability to be flexible with that and deploy these wireless speaker pods around the space to get much better audio and improve that acoustics that the glass adds.
Yeah, I mean, the noise floor, people don't think about
Yeah.
it, right?
Oh, we've got it here, haven't we?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of loud in here today, right? But it's like, oh, I want to see pretty this, pretty that, and then you get in there and it just doesn't work,
Yeah.
right? And then the customer's upset, and you try to work with it. So this type of solution, it's not just the rooms that are bad acoustics, right? The bigger rooms, or if you have an executive office, perhaps, that's got display on one side of the wall, they want to get over here, but they still want to be engaged. I'm assuming that would be the same kind of situation, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The challenge that you have is you're all sitting in the room chatting away, having your meeting. You have no idea how you sound the other end. It's the guy or the girl at home who's working from home, didn't want to come in for Taco Tuesday, and they're just hearing a load of echo and a load of audio that just sounds terrible.
It's not Thirsty Thursday, that's
no,
why.
it's not Thirsty Thursday.
So, I mean, that makes a lot of sense too, right? And most people won't speak up
No.
because they don't want to,
No,
to bring that up
exactly.
and create conflict in the meeting, right? They want to make sure that they're heard, they want to be a part of the meeting and understand kind of that process of making people just kind of make it work.
Exactly.
I don't know what the correct terminology of this is, but making sure that it's executive level proof where it works and it's super easy, it's consistent experience for them and really just a seamless transition, right? So
Exactly.
awesome. Well, Neil, thank you very much. We're going to pop around here a little bit and make some more noise. So thank you very much.
Cheers, Toby.
So we're here talking about some really cool products that you guys have behind us.
Yep.
I want to understand the desk scheduling solution for your typical client. So walk me through it.
Yeah, so a lot of customers now are looking, with the modern way of working and hybrid working, going back into the office. But the challenge that brings is now, what does the office look like? How am I going to book a desk? I'm only going in for Taco Tuesday. What's the Thursday one you said?
Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday. I want to go for Thirsty Thursday. So how am I going to book my desk? How am I going to know where I'm going to sit? Because everything's now hot desk. But also, how are facilities and HR going to manage that and track that and see where the hot spots are, where people are sitting and when they're sitting? So we brought out, we announced it literally 2 weeks ago at the Modern Work Summit, 2 desk scheduling products, which we're working with the partners. So Crestron obviously makes this amazing hardware, and then we work with Tango, AppSpace, and all the other traditional scheduling vendors. So 2 options. You have the Desk Q here, which is the sort of entry level, Wi-Fi connected. You come in with your, we would say mobile phone, you would say cell phone. You scan the QR code. It's a lesson in English as well.
Yeah.
You scan the QR code and go, this is my desk, I'm having that for the day. And then obviously for your larger spaces, maybe those kind of video booths, we've got the Desk Touch, a 3.5-inch touchscreen version. You come in and say, it's my room, I'm sitting here, and then that will lock me in for that. And of course, all those great analytics are tracked. And again, the story and the customers we're talking to now are not IT, they're facilities, they're HR, because they're wanting to bring people into the space, but then also to be able to track that and manage it. Make sure you've got enough, catering, there's enough people and staff on board when you've got those days where everyone's coming in.
Yeah, that employee experience, that culture piece, I think a lot of people forget about, right? It's not IT saying you should be there.
Yeah.
It's the HR team trying to bring you back, want you to be a part of the team, collaborate,
Yeah.
but also give you a reason to be there.
Yeah, totally.
We all have great work from home setups,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you have to build the rooms, you have to have that technology. This is great for that. And then
Yeah.
be able to see who's there. Maybe I want to sit next to Neil. Maybe I don't want to sit next to Neil from that perspective, right? So do you think that the typical enterprise client, this is something that should just be rolled out immediately to everywhere, or how would you typically recommend that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Desk Q is the kind of entry-level device. That's going to be the one you deploy to all of your desks. And say for maybe your higher-end spaces, or for the execs spaces if they want a room, or again for those kind of, we're seeing a lot of video pods, those kind of video phone booths, like the old red London phone boxes with a video camera in it. That's the kind of place where you would put the touch in there.
Can you bring those back here?
Of course.
Can we put them on the street corner?
Yeah,
That we
absolutely.
can have weird video calls. I
Love it.
Awesome. Neil, well, thank you for this. This is great. I know we're going to pop around a little bit, but thank you for showing me this.
Right.
If you want to hear more about what we're doing on the show floor, go to avnation.tv.